the course of the trial that could present grounds for reversible error. We've still got the concern about the lie detector test, even though this seems like a long time ago. We've also got the concern about that phone call from a woman's shelter where a woman said, I think it was Nicole, it must have been Nicole Brown Simpson. Are these all points that, given the rest of the evidence, could be reversible error?
It's possible. It's possible. I mean, I had problems myself with the introduction of the testimony concerning the telephone call in which a person was identified as a 35-year-old woman with 2 kids, but beyond that, there was nothing given as to the identification of that person.
All right, Steve, at this point, let's interrupt. The local stations will be taking a short break at this time as Fox News coverage of the O.J. Simpson verdict continues. We're now having our local stations rejoin. We are covering the O.J. Simpson verdict, but as you see on your set, there are the very Senator John Warner right there. There's a 12-minute delay for the President of the United States to come into the hall and address Congress and the nation on the State of the Union. Who knows whether that delay has anything to do with the pending events in Santa Monica, because of course we are awaiting the verdict in the O.J. Simpson case. And we're now going to reintroduce those who are joining us here in the studio. Pamela Metzger, trial attorney. We've got John Leo with U.S. News and World Report, and Steve Stone, former prosecutor and defense attorney. So you have worked on both sides of the fence. As an ex-prosecutor, what did you think of the criminal case? I mean, certainly there are those coming down very heavy-handed on Marcia Clark and Chris Darden. Yes, and I haven't made my feelings hidden. I've always felt that the prosecutors in the criminal case handled the case poorly. I don't think there's any getting around it. Conceptually, they had a problem from the start. They let the defense set the pace. They just rushed right in to try this case instead of really thinking it through. They didn't marginalize Mark Furman. I mean, if Jeffrey Toobin knew about Mark Furman's past, certainly the DA's office should have, since there was a letter on file in the DA's office. I believe that all the way around, they being the prosecution, did not think this case through. John, let me ask you about the cameras in the courtroom, because certainly we can well, let's go out to Santa Monica for just a moment, because we've